knew it. I knew he would come through. Let's go. All right. See what Mr. Saint Tontas has to say about the newest 6.0 Genshin Impact patch. I saw other people's reaction to the trailer, and I knew this video would be made.
Under the influence of the moonlight, Krai is filled with an ancient kind of elemental energy known as...
Gotcha. Known as pay to win.
Kuvaki.
Yeah, and it looks like this...
Okay, can you at least get to the parts where it's actually gacha before saying pay to win? We're literally just looking at puzzles. Come on.
Power is indispensable to almost every facet of life in Krai.
And it'll also be indispensable in the Spiral Abyss because you won't be able to clear that or Stygian Onslaught.
Okay, here's the thing. The things he said is not wrong. But can you at least get to the fucking parts where people actually say those things before you actually say it? Wait for the actual parts where it actually sucks first.
She can communicate with animals and transform into a deer. Plus...
Okay, so they added Lunar Bloom and Exploration Quality of Life onto the same character. So
wait, what? Wait, no. Hold on. Wait, did I miss something?
They added Lunar Bloom and Exploration Quality of Life.
Bro, the only thing they said was that she transformed into a deer. Can you at least hear what she can do as a deer first before going into exploration power creep? He only heard the new reaction Lunar Bloom. He doesn't know if it's good or not. It is good, but he doesn't know if it's good or not. He heard the word new and immediately just, oh, it has to be, got to be fucking broken. You think he pre-watched this? Wait, what if he actually watched the entire like 2-hour live stream? For sure.
So she now makes exploration faster by turning into fucking Bambi.
Bro, it's a fucking deer. Like, actually just a deer. I don't know if that is exploration power creep. You don't even know what it does.
Her weapon is probably Lunar Bloom damage is increased by 90%. That's probably the passive.
If that's actually it, this is pre-watched. You can't guess what the weapon actually does without actually watching the video, right? Come on.
Will trigger a special elemental burst that deals lunar charge damage to enemies.
Never mind, I was right. I was right. His elemental skill is just summoning lightning, and his burst just summons more lightning.
And without needing to satisfy any conditions, his normal elemental burst can directly deal lunar charge damage to opponents.
Which does make...
It's just more lightning. This guy's kit sucks dick. The amount of people that I saw glazing this guy's kit was like insane.
But does he complain about any other characters in Wuthering Waves that basically does the exact same thing, no? There has got to be like at least one character in Wuthering Waves that does that, I feel like. Does Sanhua do that?
From her intro, skill, and liberation. Detonating.
Okay, so this is the E.
And detonation.
This is the E.
From her intro, skill,
and this is the bursts. It's literally more ice. So what are we really complaining about here, really? Let me just go back just for video's sake on what he just said.
Which does make...
It's just more lightning. This guy's kit sucks dick. The amount of people...
Does he say that about Sanhua? If you're gonna be critiquing, at least be valid and consistent with your statements. If he said that about Sanhua, then he can say that about Flynn. Like, what is this point even about, honestly?
Bro actually only has 2 abilities. His liberation and his basic attacks.
There's literally 3 things in both games. You have the normal attacks, E and Q. Yes, there's actually 2 abilities, realistically.
Even geniuses have things they're not so good at. And for Aino, well, that's...
Yeah, like reaching off of the top shelf. I don't know.
What is he arguing about here? He's just hate watching at this point.
Mechanism that periodically deals hydro damage.
He's just making faces. He doesn't even know what to complain about.
That's the kit. You know what? Never mind.
Is he complaining about characters having abilities or having 2 abilities? I don't know what he wants. I would want him to actually explain what appropriate ability this character should have. You can complain about the abilities. I'm not saying you can't complain about the abilities, but what are you exactly complaining about? That Hoyoverse made the abilities? What is the appropriate ability supposed to be? Realistically, for this character, please enlighten me.
Perhaps I spoke. Maybe I spoke too harshly about Flinn's.
He complains without giving validation. That's the issue. Let me get to the part where it actually matters. Okay, anniversary rewards. Here we go. Here we go.
Wait. Genshin's having its anniversary? I'm sorry. Wait, Wuthering Waves 2.6 came out first. And, like, they just tossed 20 pulls randomly. And, like, your anniversary is just 20 pulls. This is just like a... Well, that's not... I'm not.
Okay, this is probably the only points that I agree with him on this. Maybe later. I don't know. I didn't watch the entire video yet, but can I say something about these rewards? 8 Heroes Wit and 80k Mora. Why even bother? I'm not even gonna say anything about like the 10 pulls or 20 pulls realistically from both of these, because last year they gave us 20 pulls or something like that too, right? I really don't have any high hopes for them. I don't know why anyone would have any high hopes for them, because they did this for like 4 years straight already, so it is what it is. But can I just say that 8 Heroes Wit is literally enough to level your character from level 80 to level 80, 50% of it. And this 80k Mora is basically leveling one talent up one level. Why does this even exist? Is it because it would just look like shit if you just have like just one feather here? Like they needed more stuff to fill up the screen? I don't get it. Like I genuinely don't get it. The only players that benefit from this are players that literally start playing Genshin Impact on the day of, not Krai. Quite literally the only players that actually benefit from this are new players. Like what is this? Because they don't have characters at level 80, right? They only have characters at level 1, and they're not gonna have like boss materials to ascend their characters, you know? Can level it to level 20 and that will be it. 20 pulls, I'm not even gonna say anything about that. Expecting Hoyoverse to be generous is a thing of the past now. First year pretty much set the tone for everything, you know? First year, all right, we'll give you a second year. You know what? We'll give you a third year. Third year comes. After third year, I think the tone has been set already. It'll be a surprise that they are actually generous at this point, right? 20 pulls for 5-year anniversary. Let that sink in. At this point, I'm tired of complaining about it. Like actually. Personally, I don't care. It's just that the anniversary rewards are kind of dog shit. Ideally, probably for a 5-year anniversary, you would get at least a single 5-star. Actually, 90 pulls. Elixir, that's enough for like one artifact, and it's not even like the important ones like Goblet or Circlet. You can reroll your artifacts once with this one feather. The best way to judge how good this is compare it to other games' 5-year anniversary rewards, other gacha games, because it's not fair to compare Genshin Impact to AAA games. What are some 5-year anniversary rewards from other gacha games? Lats did 100 for their version update. Love and Deep Space, participating in all anniversary events will give players 40 pulls, 2,100 diamonds, and 1 5-star memory crate, 6 4-star memories, commemorative accessories, portrait backgrounds, and lots of enhancement materials in Love and Deep Space. Is that good in terms of like rewards? When you're comparing these things, you have to compare like their pity systems and everything, right? Like the amount of pulls is relative to the pity system, right? 10 pulls in one game might not be the same as 10 pulls in another game. Does that make sense? Is there a game that is similar to Genshin Impact in terms of like pity system? I don't know what 40 pull means in terms of like Love and Deep Space. So it really comes down to it. You need another game that has similar gacha mechanics to really compare the rewards. Not that I'm defending Genshin Impact, because honestly 20 pulls for like a 5-year anniversary genuinely sounds like it's pretty dog shit, but you have to compare to other games rewards. Out of everybody that's watching, none of you can think of anything. Genshin standardized the 90 pity 50-50. The closest is Wuthering Waves. Wait, wasn't Wuthering Waves anniversary kind of shit? Were people okay with Honkai Star Rail anniversary rewards? This looks like it's 20 pulls, and then this is another 10 pulls. It's 30 pulls. It's hard to compare if Genshin Impact is the only game that has that 90 50-50 system. It's a different story if like another game with the same 90 50-50 system gives you like 60 pulls. That's different, right? It's all relative. But I think the philosophy should honestly be like the amount of pulls from one anniversary should increase with time. First anniversary is first anniversary, right? Whatever. You guys have seen how the first anniversary went. And then the second anniversary should be like a step above the first anniversary, right? It's like you can't just keep repeating the same rewards for each anniversary, right? Like imagine the 10th anniversary and you get the same rewards. But at the same time, I feel like a lot of people don't really care about the pulls. It's more about the message behind the pulls, mostly. It was the same drama with the first anniversary and every anniversary after that. Being more generous with the rewards tend to correlate with the company appreciating the fan base, because it's like a thank you for playing your game kind of thing. But let's see what Mr. Saint Tontas have to say here.
Gonna lie, this doesn't look that great. I dare say even ZZZ's anniversary is better than this one.
With anniversary rewards.
Wait, ZZZ anniversary. Okay, 30 pulls. Is that the standard? 30 pulls and a free character and a weapon. Free 30 pulls and a free standard banner character and a free weapon from the standard banner. If the power creep in ZZZ isn't that bad, getting a standard character means a lot, right? It's not HSR level. I'd be surprised if it's HSR level because HSR is like almost at like what, 4.0? ZZZ is only like its first year. There's no way. Only Lycan is still good. I mean, he is there, to be honest. To be fair, he is there. Maybe he's pushed out of the meta later on. You don't know, but he's still there.
How much do you bet one of these is delayed so that it's after Lauma? And this is the thing, right? People are actually expecting that the anniversary pack.
They actually did that once, no? I think they actually did that once. Like the events came after a banner ended. The whole anniversary is in the second half. So if you want Llama, you don't benefit from the anniversary rewards. I guess they locked out the meta character, I guess. So he's kind of right in that aspect.
Patch for Genshin Impact is going to give like some rewards. And so, yeah, I'm pretty sure one of these is delayed until the second part. So it's going to be like Lantern Rite all over.
That happened in Lantern Rite? I don't even remember.
And guys, remember, you can't say that same argument for Wuwa 2.6 because nobody expected a 2.6 patch to have 20 free pulls added onto it. People are expecting rewards for an anniversary patch. So yeah, delays on this anniversary patch, all of this, it's a little bit rough. Especially when there's this little rewards. Yeah.
I think this is like okay for like first year rewards. I don't think this is like okay for 5 year. Are those 20 pulls all limited pulls in Wuthering Waves? That's a good question. Are the free pulls in Wuthering Waves 2.6 limited banner pulls? Yes? All right. I just want to make sure. Just confirming some of the words spoken here.
By logging in for 7 days in a row.
They couldn't spare more than 2 fragile resin. Like, I'm just going to be real here. Like 2.
Yeah, actually. 2 resin. I'd understand if it's like 2 resin every day for like a week, but 2 resin for the entire thing? That's crazy. I have to agree with him on that one.
And, of course, travelers will get to choose a standard 5-star character of their choice.
Okay.
These units are all useless. They're all completely, utterly worthless.
He is right on that too. This would have been good for the first year anniversary, but at last, they never did that. I feel like basically none of these characters, except for maybe Jean and Mona and Dea, is even remotely relevant after like Sumeru. Like once Fontaine started, I think pretty much none of these characters are like relevant. They're not good. No. It's really because all the DPSs are basically super outdated. The Luke Plunge does the same amount as Gaming Plunge. Actually, I'm not even kidding. The Luke Plunge does the same amount as Gaming Plunge. Same exact team. Gaming does the same, if not more. Kaching was already being outclassed after Liyue ended, basically. Here's my hot take. They only gave out units as like an afterthought. Like after they don't matter anymore. All the characters that you get is basically more or less outclassed by like a 4-star equivalent. Right. Exactly. Standard banner selector is like pretending to be generous. There's a difference between actually being generous and pretending to be generous.
I'm just hoping that this is like a mistranslation, right? I'm just hoping that...
I think he actually pre-watched this. So yes, I am accusing him of pre-watching. No, I don't have proof.
Let's do it.
Wait, I
First
didn't hear
up
about
are
this.
a few optimizations that should improve the adventuring experience.
Okay.
Adventure XP gained from exploration is being significantly increased. For example, collecting oculi will now grant adventure XP. More tips will be added to characters' trial run stages.
Actually, not bad. I think that's probably pretty good.
I think that is just to close the gap between newer players and older players. I feel like they're trying to speed up the process to people getting to world level 9 or something like that, probably.
In a way, I think actually helps out the new player experience and makes it so that like exploring isn't like a complete...
I feel like the entire Genshin Impact experience is always just new players experience. Like it's really only good when you're a new player. Hoyo said in the full stream that they aren't trying to make money or something like that. So this dude is lying. He watched the actual stream. I'm not accusing him of watching the entire 1.5 hour stream. I'm just accusing him of watching the highlights. All right. Do I have proof? No. Am I going to jail for accusing him? Probably.
Pain in the dick if you're a new player with like your limited stamina that you're going to be...
Exactly. He does have good points though. He does have good points sometimes. Some of the stuff he says actually makes sense sometimes. I think it's genuinely because it takes a long ass time for you to get to AR like 50. What level do you need to unlock world level 9? Not like 59, like something like that. So I think it's just to speed up that process getting to world level 9. Like nobody cares about like AR leveling. Like honestly, I think it's just literally they just like if they could honestly set everybody to the same AR, which is like world level 9, they would. But
Starting in version Luna 1, travelers will be able to obtain harvestable materials from the Battle Pass.
no, I don't trust this. How much though? Is it like expedition amounts? Because you need so much materials, you need so many collectibles, so many specialties to level a character to level 80. 15? It's in boxes? BP chests. 15 though? It's how many chests do you get? If it's literally only 1 to 80 per BP, I'm gonna be pissed. There's no way it's only 1 per BP, right? You could only level 1 character to level 80 in 1 BP, sorry.
The realization for a lot of players is that, damn, they don't like spending 2 days picking up flowers. Yeah, that's
True. Actually true. It's more of like, you do it like the first 10 times, okay, fine. But when you're like AR 60 and still need to do this, it's kind of monotonous. You would think like leveling your AR would give you like an alternative way to get materials passively, but no. Go out there and collect flowers, please.
in Wuwa, you get the materials that are like locked by your wave plates, right? You get like the talent material boxes. These ain't even talent material. These are fucking overworld collectibles. This is like if like fucking
Wait, Genshin Impact does give you talent materials through the battle pass. I don't think he knows that. Wait, is he talking about that? If he's talking about that, Genshin Impact does give you talents leveling materials through battle passes. Say Totas, it's an existing feature. It's not here because it exists already.
But don't worry, guys. They don't want to make money. The devs don't want to make money. That's why they put an incentive for players to play or for players to pay by making material gathering one of the worst experiences in the game, and then letting you skip the materials gathering by buying the battle pass.
Wait, he was complaining about that collecting materials, collecting flowers is boring, and then he said that now Genshin Impact is making you skip playing the game. I don't get it. It's like he made a point and then he went back on it.
For a lot of players is that, damn, they don't like spending 2 days picking up flowers. Yeah, that's not really like a gameplay loop that appeals to a lot of people. This is like if like fucking Ascension mats were in the battle pass, which is to me like kind of nuts. Like now it's like the battle pass is now giving you incentives to literally like not explore.
You just said that players don't like actually doing that. You said that players don't like going around collecting things that they've already collected it before like a million times. Now you're saying that putting the exact same things that you said before in here is a bad thing? I don't get it.
How is this different from weapon mats in Wuwa? Hey chat, is the only way to acquire TD mat boxes in Wuwa, is the only way to acquire that from the battle pass? Or is it a reward from almost every single event and activity in the game?
That's in Genshin too. Genshin gives you weapon mats too. Genshin events give you weapon mats too. Am I crazy? Some of them, not all of them.
After obtaining a 3 substat artifact, travelers will be able to check the hidden 4th substat, which should make it a lot easier to decide if an artifact has raising potential.
Okay,
You say some of like the EXP, right? You save at least the first 4 levels of EXP because you use that to determine if that artifact is worth leveling or not. Now you can actually see it. You actually use a lot of more. I actually don't notice that. Maybe because I haven't like really collected artifacts in the past like month. It costs a lot. Okay, that makes sense. It's still a small quality of life, which I argue should have came a lot sooner than 6.0. It should have came out in like what 2.0 or something like that.
okay.
In addition, travelers will now be able to directly consume 40 original resin to claim rewards.
Okay.
And the recipe for crafting condensed resin will now cost 60 original resin.
What?
That's my reaction. Wait, what? So they're making it even faster for you to finish your daily resin? It gives people time to do stuff like artifact routes. You guys still do artifact routes? There's no way. Less crystal flies. Maybe that's it. Collect less crystal flies, maybe.
This should give travelers a break from constant crystal fly farming. Wow.
Oh, yeah,
Of
yeah,
course,
yeah, it is. That is the entire purpose. It saves you 1 crystal fly. That's crazy.
What does that even mean? This recap is so shit that I have to go back to the live stream to have any...
What do you... I don't think he knows that. I think that's pretty clear. I think he needs like a visual representation or something like that. I don't know. Sounds pretty clear to me. I was able to sort of understand it.
So now you're going to log in with 200 resin, go condense 3 of them for 180, and have 20 left over that you like now have to like go figure out what to do with.
Do the domain once more. I don't, do the domain once more. I mean, you don't have to use. What do you mean you don't know what to do with 20 resin? Literally do one more thing with it.
The corresponding talent ascension material and weapon ascension material domains will be open every day for the next 7 days.
How about you fucking guys just make it look like this permanently? How about you just make
That, I think, everybody can agree with. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. This is probably the only point everyone here will agree with Saint Tontas. Literally, other games have it. Their other games also have it. I don't get why Genshin Impact did not have this since like 2.0, honestly. Even if they released it now, it would be honestly too late. I know the Hoyo shows would be like, oh, at least they're adding it. At least no. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. This should have been a thing in like the first big patch, honestly. There is quite literally no excuse other than deliberately not doing it for whatever reason. It's probably related to money, honestly, but yeah.
Why is nobody crashing out about this? Like,
no, I think everybody's crashing out about this. This is like almost like a tease, right? People forgot about this. Yeah, we forgot about talent materials being time gated to time of the week is a thing. And then they brought it back just to remind people of it. That's crazy.
The quality of life in this game has FOMO in it. A banner is like 28 days, 21 days. This is available for 3 out of the 21 days that the weapon banner will be live.
That is true.
Like, you only get
true.
the bonuses from
that
this.
Is true.
If you like,
he is right. Honestly, I can agree with that. Your quality of life have a time limit. That's crazy. That's honestly crazy. That is something that I actually completely agree with. I don't think anybody disagree with that. I think every Genshin player can agree with that.
Travelers will also receive materials to raise that character to level 60.
Again, that's only useful for new players, I feel like.
Once a 5-star character reaches their maximum constellation level,
okay, so C6.
Additional constellations obtained for them will be converted into Master List Stella Fortuna, which is
Okay.
an item that can be used to raise characters past the level cap, a maximum of level 100.
Wait, so you need 3 Master List Fortunas to do this? I'm sorry. Was that 1 to go to 95? And then 2 more to go to... Wait, so you got to get 3 copies? Wait, so you got to get 3 copies of a limited character after their S6.
This is not as good as people think it is. The characters that benefit the most from this, it is not even that good, are characters that trigger the Dendro reactions. Mostly Hyper Bloom, and Virgin. Any characters that scale with attack, this doesn't really do anything. You get like 3% more damage by leveling to 90 to 100. Zajeff, I saw Zajeff's tweet. The Fortuna only appears if you get a extra of a character that's already C6. That's also a 5-star. So on top of being hard to get and pretty much impossible to get for anybody that is either not a day 1 player or somebody that spent like a lot of money on the game, the normal players will basically never see this. This might seem like a big deal to a lot of people, like, wow, level 90 to 100, that's a big deal, right? No, it's not a big deal. For people that can't clear content, the damage increase is honestly not that big. If you have like 20 seconds left to beat like Stygian Onslaught, this will not help you. On the other side, if you're a whale, you basically are already clearing every single piece of content in the game, so that doesn't really help you. This is quite literally meaningless. The only thing this is good for is for players that's barely able, like they're almost there. They're like 1 second away of beating Abyss, 1 second away from beating a Stygian Onslaught. It's for those people, but it's like such a small percentage. This is effectively meaningless other than the fact that other people can see your character being at level 100. It's so meaningless. For the cost that you are able to do this, it's almost cosmetic, like actually.
Wait, and we're also putting this in the game after adding Stygian Onslaught, where the game mode where you can't even clear it with...
Okay, this is probably where the opinions will diverge, because what he's about to say is essentially probably going to be incorrect. I don't think he actually knows that the difference between level 90 and 100 is not even that big. He's probably going to argue about like, it's going to be paid to win because you're going to be able to beat Stygian Onslaught now just because you're level 100, which is not the case. I bet you people that cannot clear Stygian Onslaught because of that time gap will still not be able to beat Stygian Ocelot even if they have the character at level 100.
You have to clear it with the right C6 characters. And so,
clear is a very, very loaded word. You're talking about just dire clear or dire 180-second clear. You have to be clear about that.
Because I know for sure, if I took my Al-Haytham and fed him these fucking Masterless Fortunas, yeah, he still ain't clearing that game.
To be fair, you die to the boss before you're able to even get close to clearing it. And second of all, no, you probably won't clear it because the damage you get from that is honestly pretty negligible unless you have like 1 second left. Yes, you are quite right about that.
I'm just waiting for the devs now to buff dire difficulty. They're gonna make it so that your C6 Mahavika isn't enough to clear. She won't do like, she'll miss like just that amount of damage. Your C6 Mahavika will now need 3 more dupes and be a level 100 C6 Mahavika to start clearing. Just wait for that upgrade, ladies and gentlemen.
I think that would piss everyone off, but I'm not saying they won't do it. That honestly sounds like something Hoyoverse would do.
We gave you an incentive. Instead of pulling C6 units, you gotta pull C9 units. That was probably intentional. You gotta pull a unit to C9 to reach their full potential.
Misinformation. You can get a C7 Tignari, C7 Chi-Chi, and a C7 Dea or something like that. It's a combination. Doesn't have to be the same character to get the same thing, right?
Plus, travelers who have obtained excess constellations in the past will receive an equal amount of Masterless Stella Fortuna in their—
Whoa, no. This one's important to me. What did they say? You're saying all my 50/50s that I've lost before will be reimbursed back to me? All the L's have turned into W's. Nah, it doesn't mean as much as you want it to, though. It's just like, oh, you're getting something back for it. It's like, it's quite literally, you're just getting something back for it, which is like, all right.
Last but not least, travelers can look forward to a new long-term event in version Luna 1 to
What does that
temper
mean?
thyself and travel far. The objective is to reach weekly progress goals by completing daily commissions and spending resin at least 5 days a week across a 12-week period.
What? What the fuck? You're telling me I have to log in daily? Nah. No. You're forced to log in daily. Isn't the entire point of condensed resin so you don't need to log in daily? Dude, what is this contradiction, by the way?
Did they just put the most garbage units in the game on there? Trash. Gonna be really good. Because they
Wait, you can only get this for certain characters? Wait. Whoa. Also, this was the thing you guys are complaining about. Constellation for existing character, right? But only these characters? It's the selection that changes. I'll be completely honest with you. They're probably only gonna put in characters that don't really matter. This is not as good as it seems. This is honestly pretty cosmetic. Like, unless you want to collect a character to C6, this is honestly pretty cosmetic. I guess any character that turns into a support, any character that's a support is okay. Like Shenhe C6 is good. DPS characters stand no chance because they're already kind of gimped compared to like the newer release DPSs. You can only claim 1 stellar per 1 character. No, wait. Like, you mean forever or like every year? You can only claim 1 forever. Even if this event refreshes next year, you cannot pick the same one for the same character. Okay, it resets every year. Okay, that makes sense. I only need 6 years to C6 Yoimiya. Playing Genshin Impact next 6 years, I guess. Log into Genshin Impact every day for the next 6 years. I don't know if I'm ready for that challenge, chat. It's not just logging in, right? You have to log in and do dailies or something like that. It's 5 a week, so 2 days off. Bro, I'm about to make Genshin Impact my full-time job. What? You have to log in 5 days a week. You better add that to your daily routine. Log into Genshin Impact. I don't think the characters are dog shit, like he said, but I don't think they're good, like, at all. Nilo might be a good one. With the upcoming llama, Nilo might be pretty good. Shenhe for buffing Cryo. I think everyone else is pretty worthless. Yeah, you could do DPS Coconut if you really want to.
There's only bad units on here. Like, Yelan isn't on.
Yeah. You guys did mention that Al-Haytham and the Archons are not here, right? Al-Haytham, Yelan, and who else? Kazuha. They actually got you guys really good. Gotta admire this guy. For a Taurus, he saw that right away. Almost like there's a script involved. Am I accusing him of having a script? Yes. Do I have proof? No. What did I tell you on Wednesday? I told you Saint Tontas has his script ready to roast Genshin Impact 6.0 livestream. I told you. Even more so if there's some like anniversary like shenanigans going on. I told you. What did I tell you? Exactly what I just said. But what is Doral 44's reaction? I want to see. Oh my.